I did see Little Mermaid. I saw it with my kid. You know, it's an hour longer than the original.
Why?
Because the original is 80 minutes, I think.
Why?
85 or something. This
why did they do this?
It's 2 hours and 25 minutes.
What did they do with that hour, Frankie? What did they do with that hour, Frankie?
I thought maybe they would add some plot or they would change the story. I remember in Beauty and the Beast when they did this, they added some elements. There's nothing I'll tell you what happened. There's like a stretch of movie where when she loses her voice and she's hanging out with Prince Eric, they just fart around together. Like there's like just like B-roll of them farting around together for an inordinate amount of time. And so the movie, I've been thinking about it a little bit. It really is dog shit. I mean, it is very, very, very bad. Like the only thing you could say that's good about it is like it features songs that were written in the 90s that are very good songs. But outside of that, you know, like that's all it's got going for it.
Famously, that like Aquafina like Scuttle song is viral for how bad
Scuttlebutt. I'm kind of amused by how terrible it is. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda too.
No,
he wrote that.
He did it.
That's why that's why the crab raps.
I told you so. Let's go. We gotta go before the sun goes down. What? Gotta get ready for the big showdown.
The thing that stuck out to me by far the most was not even the terrible CG, although that sticks out a lot. I mean, the CG is just like, it's not well realized. The movie is like, imagine putting on the darkest sunglasses and then watching the movie. It is dark as fuck. And it's not just that it's dark, it's flat. So you don't, you know, like the thing that draws you into a story visually are things like depth and things like color design. And things like, you know, that's the sort of stuff that makes you interested in what it's what directs your attention. And that's what keeps you attentive in the first place. What Kiss the Girl in the animated looked like and what Kiss the Girl looks like. I mean, it just looks like somebody turned the lights off. And I had to Google it to figure out like, what the hell happened here? And they're like, well, we couldn't really figure out how to do like the bottom of the ocean. And it just feels like they gave up. And they're like, we're out against green screen and we didn't know how to like make it reflect right. And so I don't know. We just made it all real dark. Oh, it looks bad.
So, but at least did Gloria like it? Like, I mean, that's the target audience.
She was kind of trying. Well, and the reason we went was because for her birthday, she got a bunch of Little Mermaid dolls from 2023 Little Mermaid, and she was loving those. She liked having the new Ursula, and she's really liking Ariel's sisters and stuff. And she's like, "Let's go see it." And we had a day off together, and it was Juneteenth. In fact, we had off together, and during the Prince Eric shit, she was like, let's get out of here. She was like, Dad, can we leave? And I was like, no, we're going to watch this.
I need to watch it for my podcast, please.
We only have 50 more minutes. Oh my God. I mean, it was so long.
All right. So you know what? Kids movies, hour and a half. Tops. It's just like, you gotta cut those things down.
No, but seriously, why did they make it so long? Like, are you getting paid by the minute? Like, it makes no sense.
Well, I heard some people say because on streaming it keeps them on streaming longer, but I still don't think that makes sense.
So release a streaming cut then, but not for the theaters. If you want people to go to the goddamn movie theater and watch a movie, you're gonna do this, really? Where they go, oh, we can't fit that in today, and then they won't go.
And Super Mario's gonna win this year because it's
obviously
it's exactly what it needed to be. It's an hour and a half. It's fine. It's great.
So obviously there was a lot of controversy leading up to the release of the movie. There was like, there's like review bombing or whatever. I was wondering, like, has review bombing, and by that I don't mean botnet. I don't mean Russians. I mean like campaigns of people online who real human beings who make an asserted effort to vote something down that they don't like that's coming up. Has that ever dissuaded audiences from going? Has it ever worked?
I don't think so.
It may have in this case because this movie didn't make. There was a lot of consternation about.
It's hard to say because the movie's 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or whatever. You can't release a children's movie with that was already released before that was an hour and a half. That was perfectly fine, and then you release this. It's too long. Too long.
Well, I tell you what, I charted out the earnings for the Disney remakes. So we're talking about worldwide grosses. Alice in Wonderland made $1 billion. Maleficent made like 760 million. Cinderella made 540 million. Right, so Cinderella, you would think like Little Mermaid would beat Cinderella, right? No, Little Mermaid made 468. Made like $100 million less than Cinderella.
Can you? Is it the DC problem where after the pandemic these things aren't making money? Or
Yeah, yep. Well, so Lady and the Tramp went straight to Disney Plus, so that doesn't count. Mulan had similar problems. Cruella had similar problems. I think it was like a day a day of release. Pinocchio was straight to Disney Plus. Peter Pan and Wendy.
They almost like Disney like realized this and just put everything on Disney Plus.
Yeah, pretty much. So Little Mermaid was the first one that they've released in theaters since Maleficent, Mistress of Evil.
Yeah.
And that came out in what? I want to say like 2017? 2019. There was a Maleficent movie. And Little Mermaid made the same amount about as Maleficent made 491.
They gotta stop these things.
Little Mermaid made less than the Maleficent 2.
They gotta stop these things. they gotta just stop. They just gotta stop it. They gotta be like Zaslav. And he's like, we gotta stop it.
But Lion King made 1.5 bill or something. And so they're going to make a Mufasa prequel thingy. Aladdin, I think that made over $1 billion or close to it. So Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Alice in Wonderland, The Jungle Book, they all severely outperformed Little Mermaid.
Right.
So that's what people aren't telling you. Little Mermaid was not a success.
I think this is going to be a lot of movies. A lot of movies. We're in a time where people are going to be very choosy because we have so many options, and so you got to lower the budgets. Budget's got to come down. Lower the runtime. The runtime's got to come down.
Yeah, this movie cost $250 million.
And you got to just actually think about these movies before you release.
But Peter Pan and Wendy for Disney Plus cost $40 million.
No, that's a smaller. But
they knew it was going to be straight to Disney Plus. They knew it was going to be trash, and they said, "Let's just do that." Yeah, Lady and the Tramp straight to Disney Plus, $60 million.
Well, they got to do more of that. They could do that and then try to release it in theaters and see how much it makes.
Yeah, that's what you're. Surely before this all just goes belly up, that's what you're going to see is attempts to be like, all right, like more Cocaine Bear, less Little Mermaid.
Well, I think they should do that with superhero movies too. Be like drastically lower their budgets and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like do more street level Daredevil type stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, like Aquaman 2, right? That cost $205 million, but the Batman cost $100.
Yeah, even the Batman, and that
they went a little lower with that.
And it was certainly more lo-fi, it seemed, but it worked. It again is too long. It has too many stories going on there. It has like a fourth act.
Oh yeah, but I respect the Batman.
I respect it too. I don't think it completely worked, but I like it has a lot of things going for it.
I don't watch that movie and come out of the theater being like, oh my god, like art is dead.
No.
The way I do with Little Mermaid and
Little Mermaid.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.